Hey everybody, Scout Crafty here again. It's Friday. You made it through another week, and boy, do these weeks go fast or what? A couple things I want to talk about today. I don't really get enough time on that Mishmash Monday. I mean, we fly through that, but I want to try and knock the videos down in length a little bit and cover a lot more subjects, so we're going to get to it right away. First thing I want to talk about is shop aprons. I don't know if any of you wear it. A lot of you do, and you should be if you don't have one, but this is a typical shop apron here, and I just picked this one up, but I usually wear a denim one, but they're all really good. Couple things you should look for: don't get too many pockets. They just fill up with chips and sawdust, things like that. But something that's made of a canvas, not too thick. You know, if they're too thick, they become uncomfortable. So I found this one here. I'm giving it to try out. I really like it so far. I'll put the link in there. It's made by Bucket Boss, and it was 14 bucks. And I got to tell you, it's really nice and comfortable, soft, and you know, no break-in required. Really like it, and I think you should pick one up if you don't have one and you are looking for one. And by the way, if you're worried about the size, it definitely will fit the flat bastard, and you could see here. So it definitely is big enough. Okay, next up, as you know, winter's coming up quickly, and you know, the Boy Scout motto is be prepared. The slogan is do a good turn daily, but be prepared, and that's something that, you know, we always have to do. And I always tell everybody, one thing you should have is a flashlight in the car. You know, you never know when you're going to get stuck or whatever. And this is a good tip that I'm about to say. I always keep a couple flashlights and a safety strobe in the car, and I did a review on this, the Big Larry. If you haven't seen it, it's a really great little flashlight here. This uses 3 AA batteries. I try and keep all my flashers and flashlights and any kind of emergency equipment on one type of battery, and that's, for me, it's a AA. I like that the most. You know, the AAAs are too expensive, and some of the other batteries are hard to come by. But what's nice about this one here is it has 3 modes. You know, it has the regular light, low beam, and it also has this flasher. And it's very bright, and it really does. I'll put a link in for the review of this, but the thing is that if you're going to keep a light in the car, especially if it gets cold, this is the tip I'm trying to tell you about. Lithium batteries, if you've never used them before, because they're expensive, they cost like $1 each, you know, when you break it down. I have to tell you something. These are worth their weight in gold, especially in the wintertime. The wintertime really does a job on alkaline or any type of battery, and you know, there's nothing worse than the middle of the winter when you need a light or something and you pull it out and it starts dimming, or it lasts for 30 seconds and dies. These are good in the package. They're good for 20 years. So, you know, and the cold don't affect them. So this is really good to keep in the car. When I first got my truck in 2008, I put a flashlight in there with 3 of these, and it still works fine like the day I got it. So get some of these, keep them in your car. You won't regret it. They're really good. The lithium battery. Okay, next up, real quick, my friend Joe gave me these a while ago, and these are a nice pair of Bernard, and you never see this type, well, I rarely do, you never see these type of parallel pliers in the needle nose configuration. So that's really interesting, huh? And I don't even know if they're Bernard, actually. I know that we'll check out the brand, but it's the Bernard style. And what we're going to do here, you can see Bernard on the handle, so I don't know who made them, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick cleanup on these. And what's nice about these is they clean up so quickly and so nice. I mean, look at that. Look at the tarnish and patina on here, and we're going to get rid of that real quick with the wire brush. Now, the beautiful thing about Bernard pliers is, look how they come out just with the wire brush. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, they come out great. And but I'm going to take them over to the buffer wheel only because it gives added protection, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Now you know my favorite part. Remember what these pliers look like before we started. And we're calling these done. Look how beautiful these turned out, huh? Now I gave a little polish to them only, like I said, to protect it, But then I covered it up with some oil. You got to oil these joints to make them nice and smooth. And you'll see a little bit of oil, residual oil in there, which will come out for a while. But these are just, you know, you never see the needle nose style. I don't anyway. You know, maybe some other people see more, but these are really nice. You can see how wide they open. And you can see here, I'll tell you about this. Here, it's not really worn off. It's more of a kind of a off stamping, but what that says, it says William Schulhorn Company. Now, Bernard was the inventor of these style pliers and many other styles, and William Schulhorn bought the design and the pliers from Bernard, and Bernard stayed on with the company as an engineer, and then eventually a salesman, and then eventually, finally, a partner. And they had a good relationship for many years until Bernard's death, but he invented so many different types of these pliers, and they were, you know, you still see them around today. They still sell these pliers by Sargent, different brands, but excellent. So let's see what else we got. Okay, next up we have this beautiful Dasco 399. My buddy Joe's Shop on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, I'll put his name right here. You ever get a kick out of that when people like point one way and it shows up somewhere else? Anyway, this is a Dasco 399. These things are very popular in the collector market. I don't know why. Sometimes they go for big money. Sometimes you can get them cheap. Depends on the shape they're in. This one's in excellent shape, but extremely tarnished and rusted. But I mean, there's no pitting and there's no mushing of the head. And they were just a cute little crate, crowbar, pry bar, whatever you want to call it. Joe found one while he was doing a cleanup, and I'm kind of hoping that he'll put a flame under his butt to get going. So I'm going to do this real quick. A couple interesting things about the Dasco is, one, it has a double bevel on the chisel tip. Right? You don't usually see that on pry bars. Usually it's a single bevel. Another thing is, you can tell the top of here is a little mushed because a lot of people use this as a hammer to bang down. And rightly so. That's what it's made for. But this one's a little bit mushed over. You can see that the metal is folding over. So we're going to have to address that. And the hard part here is keeping the name, because I would, you know, love to just like zit right through there. But we want to try and keep some of that Dasco 399. You know, I'm getting very lucky today with the wire brushing, because look how nice this came out, huh? I mean, this is just the way you would get it at the factory. I mean, it has no damage whatsoever, except for a little tinge on the tip there. You see, just a little bit, a little ding. But I mean, this is as close to NOS as you will ever see one of these, you know, except for that little mushing on the top. I mean, but look at the forge lines, how crisp. There they are. I'm sorry about that focus. See that forge line? Look how crisp that is. That's because there was no hand wear on it. Very uncomfortable, but you could see that's on both sides. So, normally, anybody in their right mind would leave this just the way it is to preserve the value and everything, but it's not what we do here. Again, you know my favorite part. Remember what this Dasco looked like before we started? And we are calling this project done. How nice is this, huh? Has this got to be the best Dasco 399 out there? I was able to keep all the lettering, and obviously it is a full mirror polish all the way around. Look at the top. Remember how the top was kind of mushed? Look how nice the top looks, huh? I mean, this was a fun project. It took a while. It took a couple hours, but it's just a nice I mean, it was nice to start with something that wasn't all beat up, but either way, you kind of got to go through the same steps. So, these are, you know, this is what they are. These are these, you know, collectible or whatever Dascos. I don't know why people like them so much, but it is a little cool crowbar or pry bar, whatever it is, crate tool. And hope you enjoyed this one. Anyway, that's it for today, and thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a nice day. Take care now. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.